So today I want to talk about Jadon Haselwood and all that's coming up after the bumper.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You gotta help me with that corner shit.
What's up, kinfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on step milk. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always college football related, sports related. We have a good time. Today, I want to talk about Jadon Haselwood, who many expect to ascend to that X receiver position that was dominated by one CeeDee Lamb over the last 2 seasons. Now, for many of you, understanding who CeeDee Lamb is also understanding who Jadon Haselwood could be. Also understand that CeeDee Lamb did not become the player that many saw him becoming until his junior year at Oklahoma. What I find remarkable about CeeDee Lamb's ascent is that he's a part of this 2017 class that also included the likes of Marquise Hollywood Brown. And it also speaks to just how Oklahoma coach Lincoln Riley and wide receivers coach Dennis Simmons have used their wide receivers over the years. The thing that we can say about college football is that junior college players are going to get an opportunity ahead of true freshmen, if for no other reason than you know that you only have them for those 2 years that they are eligible to play. Maybe they haven't redshirted, maybe they have 3 years to play too. But you would much rather have that redshirt year for the guy that is transitioning from high school to college rather than junior college to college. Now, Hollywood had more of an opportunity, also having played a different sort of position. That Z receiver position is much more of a burner and a blazer. It is the one that Charleston Rambo played last year. It is the one that he will reprise this year. He is the only returning Sooner with more than 2 years of experience playing college football. Now, you're going to get guys like Obi Obialo, I understand. Theo Howard being lost to Achilles, I understand. But if we're talking about guys that we expect to ascend in 2020, Rambo, Hazelwood, and then again Theo, Wease, Trejan Bridges, if, when, how he is eligible, and other guys that are not on scholarship like Drake Stoops to go along with wide receivers like Austin Stogner. But I think many people are pinning their hopes on Jadon Haselwood because he was getting the loudest chatter coming out of high school, and for good reason. If you don't know, Jadon Haselwood already owns a championship ring to go along with that Big 12 championship ring. Won one as a Cedar Grove wide receiver in Georgia. Down a score in the state championship game for the 3A state title, there is a great clip of Jadon Haselwood making himself free over the middle. Quarterback hits him. He catches the game-winning touchdown pass. Show what kind of moxie he has with the game is on the line. But you've also seen his athleticism on display with 16 catches during the regular season as a true freshman. I believe that Theo Howard is the better pro showing up to Oklahoma, but anything can happen once you get there. I think Howard's going to have an opportunity, or not Howard, Theo Wease is going to have an opportunity, not Howard, is going to have an opportunity to really shine next year because it is going to be the Rattler, Hazelwood, Wease, Bridges, Rambo show. Or at least that's what we all expect to happen. But in thinking about if Jadon Haselwood is up to this task, I don't wonder about that. I wonder what is the offense going to look like with him at X and perhaps with Theo Wease spelling him or maybe moving to that Z position, because I'm fascinated by this idea of being able to go big across the board with Austin Stogner at the Y, Theo Wease at the Z, and Jadon Haselwood at the X. And if you want to throw an H in there, cool. But you can also go with a guy like Braden Hazelwood who can play tight end and fullback, right? You have guys like Jalen Conyers coming in. But to think that Jadon Haselwood is just going to step in and give you the same sort of production that CeeDee Lamb gave in 2019 is just not feasible. Not because he's not talented enough to do it, but because Jalen Hurts had really a favorite, and his favorite was CeeDee Lamb. And when CeeDee Lamb wasn't open, you could see he was trying to dump the ball across the middle to others, but for the most part, CeeDee Lamb was responsible for about 40% of Jalen Hurts' touchdown passes and about 30% of his passing yardage production. He was either throwing it to Deuce or he was trying to tuck it and run or to dump it off. I don't think that's going to be the offense with Rattler. I think Rattler's going to try to stretch the field. I think that he's going to be a really great capable spreader of the football. I think it's going to look a lot like what it looked like with Kyler Murray and Baker Mayfield in tow. That said, that the receiver position could become the most important, as it was when Kyler Murray was throwing to Hollywood Brown, who was hurt for most of that 2018 season and still managed to make the semifinalist list as Biletnikoff Award semifinalist. And I think that was Tylan Wallace's trophy that ended up going to Jerry Jeudy. And then this year, Jamar Chase just kind of ran away with it in a year where Michael Pittman could have been close by along with CeeDee Lamb. And we could even have a discussion about T. Higgins, who just didn't get the catches to have the same sort of numbers. But I think this could be Jadon Haselwood's time to ascend as a true sophomore. It's been some time since we could say that and feel good about having said that, because it's one thing to have a great talented sophomore wide receiver or great talented 5-star freshman receivers. It's another thing entirely to think you're going to go and compete and win with those guys, because many college football teams across the country are going to tell you, yeah, we're really talented when we're young, but we're going to be good in a couple of years. And Oklahoma is very much fighting against that this year in 2020, because many of us expect the 2021 year to be the one for Oklahoma to try to really put the pedal down and really contend to win the whole damn thing. Winning it all in 2020 is very much icing for this team. Not unlike 2019. It's been a bridge year to what is Rattler. Why do we put so much of an emphasis on Rattler? We put so much of an emphasis on Rattler because quarterbacks are your change agents in the sport of college football. We put so much of an emphasis on Spencer Rattler because all it takes is that guy to get you not just over the hump, but into the promised land and then some. Kelly Bryant got the hook for Trevor Lawrence because Trevor Lawrence proved to be the change agent that was able to get them to reel off 29 straight. Not to say that Kelly Bryant couldn't have done that, but it would have been much harder. He's not 6'6". He's not 220. He's not laser with that arm, and the offense hummed right along with him. And I understand it must suck to be the guy that is Kelly Bryant, or perhaps this year the guy that is Tanner Mordecai, or last year the guy that was Austin Kendall. But this also means that your football team is getting closer to being not just elite, but the best of the best, and that's what Oklahoma is chasing. If Jadon Haselwood comes on with Spencer Rattler, if offensive line stays healthy, if the defense continues to make the remarkable strides that it did, where it was one of the best third down defenses in the country until those final weeks, then yeah, there's no reason to believe that Oklahoma can prove me wrong and go win a national championship. All right, that's it for me. Deuces.